in San Francisco, nestled between foggy hills and rows of old Victorian houses. A young couple had just moved into a small rental in the Haight-Ashbury district. Nathan, a freelance designer, and Eliza, a kindergarten teacher. They were thrilled. The rent was reasonable, the neighborhood was quiet, and the home cozy, almost too perfect. Their landlord was an elderly woman with kind eyes, though something about her gaze always seemed distant. When she handed them the keys, she said only one thing: "Unless it's absolutely necessary, don't go up to the roof." 2 weeks later, the rain came. Eliza noticed water leaking through a spot in their bedroom ceiling. Nathan grabbed a flashlight and a ladder to inspect the roof. The attic hatch was old, but accessible. Yet behind one section of the wall, he noticed something strange, a panel that looked fake. He tapped it. Hollow. He pushed gently, and the wall creaked open like a hidden door. Behind it, a narrow passageway leading into a small, dust-filled room. It wasn't on the house plans. No one had ever mentioned it. Inside was a single old bed, a wooden table, a few bowls scattered across the floor, and on the table, a tattered leather journal. Nathan felt a chill. It wasn't just an old room. Someone had lived here. He brought the journal downstairs to Eliza. They sat in the living room, the rain still tapping against the windows, and began to read. The first entries dated back to 1987. Scrawled in shaky handwriting. "I can't leave. They won't let me leave." Page after page followed, telling the story of a man unnamed who had lived in that very attic. Whether he was hiding or being held was unclear. But every night, he described the same things. Footsteps. Whispers behind the walls. Eyes watching him through cracks in the floorboards. Eliza grew more and more uneasy, thinking it must be a prank. A leftover diary from some eccentric tenant. Until they reached the final page. The date was today. And the last line read, "They don't know I'm still here." Nathan froze. Someone had written that line only hours ago, inside that attic. He rushed back up with the flashlight. This time, the attic was empty. The bed, the table, the bowls, gone. Even the journal had vanished. The room was nothing but a cold, black void. Eliza panicked and called the police. They searched the entire house, from basement to roof. No signs of hidden doors or any attic space beyond the obvious. And the landlord? She simply said, "This house doesn't have an attic." That night, Nathan couldn't sleep. He stared at the ceiling above their bed, heart racing, ears straining for any sound. Then he heard it. Tap, tap, tap. Footsteps. Soft. Right above them. He slipped out of bed, grabbed the flashlight, and climbed up once more. Somehow, the secret door was there again. And the attic had returned. A dim lantern glowed in the corner. On the table, the same journal. Back in its place, Nathan opened it.